Well, here it is, morning camp. Beautiful night. Just right here by the river. Didn't even wake up damp and wet like often happens, I find, when I camp near water. Yeah, I don't know, I woke up at 6:15. Well, I got up at 6:15 and woke up earlier. It was late last night, 10:30 turn in, but that's not too bad. Anyway, pretty cool with water flowing down there in Dry River. And you can see the sunlight is working its way down here into the bottom of the valley. Shouldn't be too much longer as it rises over the Montalban Ridge. There's the old campsite. And I have to climb up this to get back to the trail, which is somewhere in the middle up there. This will be fun. It's really steep. I think I'll try over here. Sure, I think I came down near here. And we're off and running at about 8:05. Ah, that was a wonderful spot. What a wonderful night. Before I made camp, I went down to the river and took my pack towel and I guess had the equivalent of a sponge bath. Felt so good just scrubbing the legs and everything. Arms. Oh yeah, it was good. Here we're coming down to the water's edge on the trail. There's another nice camp spot right there. Probably could have just walked upstream here and gotten to where I am. Yeah, sure. That would look fine. Okay. Now where do we go? So I asked, where do we go? Well, continue upstream just a short distance, I don't know, 10 yards. And look, there's a cairn perched on top of a rock right beside the creek. And another one across the way. So we got to find a way across here. That looks pretty doable down there. Glad the water's not high. Oh, that's where we're going. This looks like it should be pretty easy. Nice big rocks to jump onto. But some beautiful pools. Look at that water falling down, cascades. There's more of them down below. I was camped just down there a little bit. So, I lost the trail immediately after I crossed the river. And then I found it. Then I lost it again and found it again just before the junction here with the Dry River Trail. Thank goodness. Wow. Dry River Shelter number 3 is still in existence up the ways. Lake of Clouds is that way. Dry River Cutoff Trail is down that way. And the Crawford Path is where I came from yesterday, late. So coming on down the Dry River Trail, come to an access point by a creek, and a couple of steps later there's a tiny little sign on the lower left, and it is referencing a designated tent site. Let's check it out. Spider webs, of course. One in the face, but I have my glasses on, so it's not across my eyes. Oh, it's a nice little ways off the trail. Boy, it is gorgeous in here. Oh, this is going to be nice. A little knoll here. And we're climbing. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Put tent there. A couple more over here. Wow. Huh, a squirrel. Oh my gosh. This is big. Yeah, you can put several tents here. Sweet. So the tent site was about 40 yards off trail, and a few yards farther down the Dry River Trail, we come to our trail junction. Yep, Dry River Trail keeps going down, and the Isolation Trail west up to the Davis Path is here. So once you start up the Isolation Trail west, almost immediately you cross the little creek there, and the trail is totally blown out. I believe it was Hurricane Irene back in 2012 did some really significant damage up here in the Whites. So it's pretty easy to lose the trail there because you're just climbing up the remaining kind of boulder field where the flooding washed everything out and just left a bunch of rocks. It does then shortly cross the creek again, but it's still a disaster area. But once you find the trail after the creek crossing, it's quite nice. So pay attention to your map. Might not be a bad place to count on, in addition to the PDF map, Ravenza, because the resolution is not great. Taking a look at far out White Mountain National Forest map set, and this is the Presidential Range section. Well, the Isolation Trail West, a lot of it is really nice. Like this section here, it does a lot of kind of meandering, switchbacking type stuff. I mean, I say meandering because it doesn't really feel like switchbacks. It's not, oh, go in a straight line over this way, then do a 90, a 180 and go back. I mean, I think you can sense what's going on here. Just wander here and wander there. And certainly coming up along the creek, which just left about, 15 minutes ago, there's a lot of washed out areas where the trail just got eaten by the creek. And maybe you have to walk up the creek a bit and then scramble up back onto some trail, then slide down into the creek again. But it's all, there are some blowdowns, but it's nothing crazy like before. It's really nice out here. Yeah. Of course, we're in designated wilderness, and it feels that way. Yeah, nice and soft trail tread. So I said nice and soft trail tread, but it's interspersed with crazy rocky stuff like this. And I mean, these are some big steps. Yeah, I like it. And of course, we're getting up into the dense boreal forest here. That's exciting too. Trees aren't very tall, and so the trail is narrow. And steep. Might be. I think I have this 500-foot elevation to go. Oh, look at that. Sky through the trees. I love it. So I'm in the breathing pattern with inhale on one step, exhale on the other step. And that's as steep as it gets. And through the trees, we can see the head wall of the dry river. And that's got to be Washington up there. You can't really make it out. And like the Clouds hut would be right in the valley there. Yeah, cool. A little less steep now. And I'm definitely on a ridge. A shoulder goes down on either side. Okay. Well, the trail just made a steep climb up to a ridge again. These trees took a real hit. I'm wondering if it's the top of a fir wave, though there aren't so many falling down. But something got them, that's for sure. And thank you, trail crew, for cutting these trees. There have been some blowdowns, but not that many. The trail has been in really nice condition. It's rugged, but wow, look at those trees back there. But yeah, it's been nice. Yeah, I'm excited to be up here again. Little bridge. This is just delightful walking right here. Won't look now, but I'm pretty sure we're coming to the Davis Path. Boy, I recognize this spot. Yep, here we go. Oh man. Yeah, so you come over a little knob and you start going down and flat and down. And here we are. Isolation Dry River Trail that way. Oh. And there's my beautiful old trail. Heading back up to Mount Washington. And this way to Isolation Trail. Oh, we have a new sign. Man, Davis Path, Isolation Trail East, and Glen Boulder Trail to the right. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, AMC. Oh, I'm so excited.
I was the adopter of this trail from 2002 to 2004.
I'm so happy to be back here on my old trail. I can't tell you. I've missed coming up here. You know, I had to give it up because in the spring they sent out a request. You have to fill out new forms every year for safety and all that sort of stuff. And they ask, are you going to be back working on your trail this year? And I mean, I get this question and I can't walk up a flight of stairs without taking a break to catch my breath, and my legs just won't hold up because my hemoglobin was so low. I had to say no.
I had two kinds of leukemia, and the treatments had left my hemoglobin
I said,
and
I'm better.
platelets dangerously
Oh, sorry,
low.
we found an adopter, which I was surprised, but I mean, I'm glad. And you know, I'm going to contact him and say, you know, if it doesn't work out, give me a call. Yeah, this hunk of the trail is a little rugged at times. The whole thing is. But I think I'd like to meet whoever has adopted it and offer to join them sometimes. Not hike up with them, but meet them up here because him, her, whatever. They may get here quicker. Boy, it's so dry. This is always mud. Wow, that's crazy. Yep. Oh, look at that moose track. What are they doing up here? Isn't that wild? Wow. Not uncommon, though. Oh, look at that out there. Oh, okay, I gotta turn it off. I'll turn it on again in a bit. And right here is a spring that I try to keep clean, but it's dry as a bone today. And for some reason, there's rock in the middle of it. I'm going to move that because that's going to be no good. This section right up here, it was so overgrown. It took me a couple of days to clear. I've got before and after pictures. Before, during, and after pictures. Yeah, a few years ago, this was totally overgrown. I stayed up here, camped for a few days, so I could take care of this. I mean, you had to just put your arms in front of your face and push stuff out of the way. Oh yeah, it's hard. It was hard to keep up with this trail. It had been untamed, unadopted for several years. I don't know how long. It's remote. It's hard to get here. It takes a long time, and then you got to bring tools and you got to spend time up here working on it. Water bars are looking good. Oh yeah, yeah. It was bad all the way to here for sure. And then there's other spots all along that needed help all the time. And that there has to be Mount Isolation. Boy, there's 3 pretty big time blowdowns here. And they didn't come down. They come down this season, I'd say. They're still green. Another one. You can get around it through mud. I remember cleaning this water bar out. It's a disaster now. Well, here's a nice muddy section. Yeah, there's a little bit of a stick there. We do a leap. Oh yeah. I had that pretty well drained a few years ago. Like I said, it's really hard to keep up with this. And here's the other spring. You know, at least there's some moisture here, but no water. And here we come upon the Isolation East Trail going down to Rocky Branch. There is a designated campsite 100 yards down here. I'm going to go check it out just to make sure it has poor water, but it might have some. Yes, the designated campsite is still here, which is great. The shelter used to be right over there before it went away. The water is totally dried up. It's never been great here, but usually if you go down trail a little farther, you find it eventually. Usually it's only a couple of tenths, maybe farther today. There really is a lot of nice ridge walking up here. There was some serious wind devastation here. This definitely looks like the top of a fur wave. Be interesting to know. But we have had some pretty heavy duty storms recently. Wow. Yeah. I would say the Pro Trail Crew AMC got out here early in the season and cut those blowdowns. Oh boy. This is a little older maybe. Wow. Oh. this is where that winter shortcut trail is, I think. Coming up from Rattle River, is it? Yeah. It's not Rattle River. I've got the wrong name. And here we're coming to the Mount Isolation Spur. Yeah. I usually try to cut a drain in right there. But, yeah. There's the nice new sign. For a while there was an old sign here, then it vanished. And it was quite a while before another one went up. I think I put one up temporarily. So that's the way Davis Pass goes and the Cohos Trail. This is a short spur that, of course, goes straight up. Yeah. Into the summit. It's been a good climb. Have to use your hands sometimes. Yes. The summit of Mount Isolation. The actual summit is just over there in those trees. There's a cairn. But, oh yeah. So, there she blows. Mount Washington. Yep, towers and all. To the left is Monroe. It kind of has two peaks. And that bump before it drops down, I think, is Franklin. And then you've got Isolation.
That's Eisenhower.
We were there less than 24 hours ago. Quite a bit less, like 18. Then you go on down to Pierce. Nice cloud shadows there. I love that. That ravine just to the left of Mount Washington, that's the head wall for Dry River. So we were down in there. And the Isolation West Trail, I think, came up like in here. And then we came over this way. Over there, I think that's probably Carter Dome and more Carters to the left. Or no, maybe that's Wildcat. And then there's a big dip, and then there's Carter Dome and Mount Height. And over there might be the Bald Heads, and the pointy thing over there is Black Mountain. No, that's even farther over. It's, yeah, that one over there. Yeah, that's Double Head. And those are the Bald Faces, or bald over there with Royce and stuff. Just this side of Maine. Oh man, this is just gorgeous. Let's see, the time is 12:25, which is just great. The temperature is an amazing. Let me see if I can get this. I can't tell if it's in frame or not. The sun's too bright. Oh, I guess that's it. Yes. What? Like 85. Wow. That's never like that. Okay, you win. We'll meander on over to the actual summit. USGS benchmark and everything. Yes. Get down here into Krumholtz. And of course, a couple of steep steps. And there she blows. We just came from over there. wonderful little cairn. And here we are at the isolation benchmark. It actually has a name on it. Yep, they stopped doing that because people were taking souvenirs from idiots. You can buy them at their website, USGS now. You really think you need one. You don't have to steal it. Okay. So back at the store by Fabians, I had the kid, and I call him that because he's a lot younger than I am. I have no idea how old he is. Make me a couple of veggie subs. One for dinner last night, and the other one for lunch today. And I found myself a nice little rock with a little ledge to sit on. Probably can't see it. Put my little piece of pad there, and it's got a little backrest. If you can get it just right, it's not too uncomfortable. So here we go. It is. It looks pretty good. We're back on trail again, heading down the Davis Path towards Mount Davis, and with hopes of spending the night on Stairs Mountain and hopefully finding some water near there. Coming from there along the Davis Path, and here is the spur trail to Mount Davis. Not going there. Pretty sure it's not too interesting, and that what I read was the spur trail doesn't even quite get you to the actual summit. You'd have to do a kind of a nasty bushwhack to get there. So, nah.
I went up there once a few decades ago. I don't need to do it again.
And this is my anti-web stick, or web clearing stick for the moment. Because now this section of trail isn't very popular. It was nice when I was up on the section just the other side of Mount Isolation, because several people hike that most every day. I met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe people up there. That was nice. Okay. Actually found pools of trickling water here, just off trail to the left, or I guess that's east. I dunked my water bottle in right there. There are more pools up there. Yay! Now, just have to get to Stairs Mountain. Wow, it's only 5:10. I thought it'd be at least 6 by the time I got to Stairs Mountain. So here we are, Davis Path. Stairs Call Trail that way, Mount Davis that way. AMC, USFS. And here's the trail to the mountain. Woohoo! So the spur trail is a bit of a hike, but it's not bad, except it is quite overgrown with spruce and fir. But that's okay. And this looks like a pretty nice campsite. Yeah, got a lot of rock. Might have passed another one back. I saw another spur trail off the spur trail. Then we keep going out here, and I'm waving my magic web wand so we don't get it in the face. Oh, there's the beauty campsite. And here, oh yes, look at that. Oh, phew. I'm going to have to think a little bit about what I'm looking at. Yeah. I'll get back. That one with the little notch on top, that's got to be Carrigan. And, wow, I don't know. This cliff is just gorgeous. Now, the cool thing about Stairs Mountain is from just about anywhere, you can be seen from all over the place. It looks like 2 steps of stairs. We're standing on the upper one, and there's one right down there. Oh man, oh, this is gonna be gorgeous. And and here's the USGS marker.